was in the tech and media industry for a long time. But sort of a couple key things really got me into climate. One was having kids. I have 2 girls now that are 5 and 7. And the other was just there's a huge prevalence of wildfires starting around that time. And especially we were living in San Francisco. I know New Yorkers right now just experienced like a day that the sky turned orange. We had that in San Francisco, and a number of just like big health impacts from climate change and from the wildfires that were happening. But it really pushed me to take more initiative around what was happening around climate and what my potential impact could be. So from that, started learning a lot more about different solutions and what I might be interested in. And I really keyed into electrification and this idea that 35% of our emissions in this country are coming from residential homes and transportation. And there we have the solutions we need to really start to impact those, and moving to things like heat pumps and heat pump water heaters and solar and batteries and electric vehicles. But it's just there's a lot of friction in that process of helping upgrade to that equipment and, help people live in healthier homes and, ideally save money from that. So got really interested in that as a solution, ended up going to Rewiring America, which is a nonprofit focused on electrification, did a lot of policy work on what is now the Inflation Reduction Act. And then from there, really started to focus on this challenge of reducing friction for individuals, which is what Canopy is all about. It's a software solution and a product to help individuals decarbonize their lives. I'm one of the co-founders and I lead partnerships at Canopy. And so what I really do in that role is we sort of have 2 main channels and types of partners that we're working with. One is companies, and really working with them to reach their employees and help their employees to decarbonize and provide the Canopy platform to them, much like you would sort of any other sort of education platform or benefit to your employee base to start decarbonizing. The other is cities and community-based organizations. So again, cities, one of their 2 biggest sources of emissions are homes and cars. So really helping align with them and help reach residents to move down that path towards decarbonization. I think one of the biggest obstacles, and this is sort of more generally when we talk about climate change, is it can feel very far away and not approachable for a lot of people. And so really grounding climate in things that are more immediately impactful for people. So whether that's saving money or impacting their health or comfort. And so sort of a lot of that is, sort of marketing and behavior, how we address behavior change, but thinking about the best ways to reach people around these issues, which ultimately, are impacting climate. I think, as a group, we're most proud of impacting people's lives when someone has kind of gone through the platform and then been able to upgrade to something and say, hey, I was able to get, my gas water heater out of my house, or I replaced my gas stove with induction, and really, and then see the impacts of that, whether again, that's related to they're saving money, they're just feeling really good because they were able to remove fossil fuels, or just have a, weatherized and have like a much healthier and comfortable home like that. Just being able to have that direct impact on people's lives is really, really great. So my big recommendation for readers is first, go check out canopyclimate.com, get a home assessment, really understand what you have in your home, what you're interested in, and where you can start to make those upgrades. We then guide you step by step for how to then do that. Find local contractors, get review with quotes you might have gotten, get incentives and find those incentives you can take advantage of, and sort of take all the steps to take an action. Sort of first thing is do that baseline assessment. And again, you can do that on Canopy, which would be great. Another thing, when we first moved into the house that we're currently in, is we went and got an energy audit. And I think getting that assessment can be really helpful just to baseline where you are and what types of things you can then do and prioritize over time. A lot of these are, bigger changes that most people need a few years and sort of plan out for how to do them. Again, there are tons of incentives right now, which is really helpful to be able to move faster and sort of take advantage of some of that money to make upgrades. But start to make a plan, prioritize what you want to do, and then get started.